Hi, I'm Jenny Brackett Brooks, and I'm talking about interest centers today for our differentiation discussion. Everybody knows that centers or stations are set up with different tasks, and learners move through each location to complete the work. With interest-based centers, students have a choice on which stations they go to do the task. So this immediately allows for flexible grouping because you have students going where they where they want. Another approach is to allow students to choose which tasks they do at the center. So if you want them to go through each center, that's fine, but then give them a choice within the center to see which would help, you know, get them more engaged through interest. The teacher is the facilitator, and so they have to do a lot of prep beforehand. The best place to start with the prep is an interest survey. Create a survey to discover what students' interests are before you create the centers, and then you're guaranteed to have some place everybody wants to go. For example, if you are doing it content-based for literature, you could base the centers on genres, and everyone could go to the different genre that they prefer. Math areas, you could have math manipulatives and so on, where they are interested. Science fields, again, based on biology or physics, whatever you think they would be more interested in. Same thing with social studies. You can revolve it around historical time periods, but making sure that you are hitting on all your standards in the content-based centers. Process-based centers, same thing, except you're differentiating on process. So they could all go to the same, but they could write, they could use technology, or they could use art techniques. And therefore, you are harnessing their interest as well to get them engaged in the activity. So an example of this would be in my literature class, I set up centers based on genre. So they all had to read and study and do an activity on characterization, but I allowed them to choose which group genre they wanted to go to and read about the character from that genre. I've also extended this as far as to novels, where I let the kids choose a genre. Flexible grouping puts them in different groups. And then within that, they're allowed to choose which novel in that genre they want to do a novel study on. And then they can even differentiate based on interest for product and process with their book club meeting, with refreshments and Socratic Live seminar. They could review with a written book review, or they could make a little mini movie review. So the process is also differentiated based on interest.